Guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, welcome. So today guys, we are going to be making some puff puff. Yes, mouth watering, sexy looking, sumptuous, soft, hmm, wonderful puff puff or puff puff. My friend calls it poof poof, but that's the story for another day. Anyway guys, this recipe is on point. On a normal day when I make my puff puff, I just mix things together because I've been making this for years. But I decided that today I was going to do like measurements so that when people ask me how much sugar do you put in, how much flour do you put in, there's an actual measurement somewhere on my channel that I can tell them to go and watch. Anyway, please try this recipe, tell your friends about it, and if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Like, please tell me. Anyway guys, let's go into the kitchen and make some puff puff. So guys, in this bowl, I'm going to be putting 5 cups of sifted flour. Yes, 5 cups of sifted flour. And then I'm going to be adding a cup and a half of sugar. So you can add more or less sugar depending on your sugar craving and your love for sugar. Next thing after mixing it is I'm going to be adding the delectable yeast. Yes, guys, I'm going to be adding yeast. I use 2 sachets of yeast, or you can use 15 grams of yeast for this recipe. And I am going to mix that again with my hand. Yes, my hands were washed, guys. Now I'm going to be adding some salt, half a teaspoon of salt, guys, and then I'm going to be adding a teaspoon of nutmeg. You can use cinnamon if you prefer it, but I prefer nutmeg, as in it's my own recipe. I can mix as I want. Guys, if you have not subscribed at this point, please, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe. I'm going to be adding my water now. Yes, I'm going to be adding 3 cups of water. Now, my advice to water is add slowly until you get a thick enough consistency. So as you can see, I'm adding slowly. I'm going to be mixing. Yes, I'm going to add 3 cups of water at the end of the day. And these 3 cups of water was enough. So the thickness was enough for me. You can make yours a little bit more watery if you want, but I don't advise anything thicker than what you're going to be seeing as the final product. Yes, as in guys, this puff puff, for me to sit down and do a puff puff recipe, you must know that people have been tormenting me, and I've decided that let me just show you how I make this secret puff puff. Anyway, guys, you want to mix this well enough so that there are no lumps. So I'm using a spoon. I don't want to dirty my hands while mixing this puff puff. So I'm going to mix well enough. As in, look at the creaminess. Would I call it creaminess, guys? But look at the deliciousness, the sophisticatiousness. Ah, Ebu. Is that right English? Anyway, so I'm going to mix the puff puff until there are no lumps or until there are little lumps, and then I'm going to cover it and leave to rise. So just keep it in a warm place for it to rise. You can keep it in your oven beside the heater or in the sun. And I'm doing this for just 1 hour.
1 hour later.
Look at this beautiful bowl, guys. Can you see it? As in, there's a difference between what you were seeing before and now. You can see all these lovely bubbles on top. This is the yeast that has activated the flour and has made it rise. So it is time to fry it, guys. This is how you know your puff-puff has risen. It will double in size. There will be air pockets on top. When your dough looks like this, then you know it is ready to be thrown into the oil for frying. People always ask me, how do you know your oil is hot and ready for the puff puff? I always tell them you can throw a toothpick inside just to check. The toothpick will fizzle, you will see it frying, so you know that your oil is hot enough. Or you can do the village style and then waste one puff puff and try. So you make one ball, put inside the oil, and then see whether it starts frying. If it doesn't start frying, you wait for the oil to get hotter, or if it starts frying, you know that your puff puff oil is hot. So guys, I don't know how to explain how to scoop puff puff and make it into a ball. All I know is that you pick the puff puff dough and you drop it and kind of make it like a ball as you drop it. I don't know how to explain it. Like, people have asked. Anyway, there's an easier way. You can get a scoop and then use a scoop spoon. So each time you put your puff puff into sorry, each time you put your spoon into the puff puff batter, you have to recoat with some oil. It's another method, but I feel like it takes time. And please, things you do with your hand just taste sweeter. I don't know. If you don't believe me, you can argue with the taste of this puff puff. Anyway, so I'm going to be frying my puff puff dough. If you can see, I'm picking up the puff puff and I'm dropping it as if no, I'm pinching it in. Yes. So I'm dropping it like a pinch. And then that's just how to make puff puff. And then allow it to sit and fry. I don't think puff puff takes a long time to fry generally. I feel like once it's in the hot oil, maximum 5 minutes or until it is golden brown, you will see the color changing. Your puff puff will roll on its own in the oil. Sometimes it needs some adjustment, some help. But guys, people already know the tricks now. As in, watch the video and see how this puff puff became puff puff. So I'm going to add more balls into the oil. Yes, I'm going to add some more balls into the oil, and I'm going to keep allow it to fry and get to the golden color I want. So my advice generally is allow your puff to be done off or fully cooked while frying, of course, but don't allow it to get too dark, because generally when you bring out the puff puff from the fryer, it becomes slightly darker. So if you want that golden perfection look, just get it out when it just begins to turn golden brown, like you will see, like I would do in this video. But I fried a number of bunches, or sorry, batches, while making this puff puff. Like, I was making for my friend's party, so I made a lot, and I'll be showing you the final look of this delicious, glorious puff puff. So guys, this is the final look of the puff puff. Yes, look at how delicious, how sumptuous, how it looks. Anyway, guys, if you want to enjoy more lovely recipes, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell as well. And my dear, just tell me that the pop-up looks beautiful in the comment section. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.